Hello there, this is Jargus 0. Welcome to Let's Play Aladdin for the Super Nintendo, which is my first Let's Play, so it's probably gonna suck, but I'm gonna try it anyway. The first stage here is the marketplace. You collect these gems, and when you get 100 of them, you get an extra heart that adds to your total health. The red ones are worth 3 and do something else later on that I'll show when we get there. Picking up these lamps is a 1-up, which gives you an extra chance to fail. Getting one of those big red rubies automatically increases you to a new heart. You can throw apples to stun enemies for a short period of time. You get 10 of them each time you pick one up. And when you find this thing in the level, it brings you to a bonus wheel with the genie. And how it ends, I think, is just completely random. But you can either get a 1-up, 2 1-ups, a health increase, an extra credit in case you run out of lives, or if you hit the genie head, you'll get a whole new heart. But credits won't do us any good because have no intention of losing all of our lives. Yeah, picking up a red will restore 1 heart. Right, and here we have guys that will throw the barrels so we can just bounce off of them to get to the ledge above. These are the only times we'll see these guys with barrels. Unless there's one later I'm forgetting about. Now we gotta climb up this building, got another 1-up, and fall, and another red ruby. Just run to the right and finish the second level. This is the 3rd level, and we're almost to the end of stage 1 already. Oh yeah, and using that floating thing helps a lot in traveling over gaps and in large places. Lets you travel more distance in the air than just jumping would. So we're moving along now. Those platforms on chains you can grab onto the ledges, which is the only way to get that ruby without dying at all. Well, there we go, folks. My first failure of this LP. Perhaps many more are yet to come. We'll know soon enough, won't we? Yeah, you don't lose anything when you die. Your ruby and apples count remain the same. You just lose a life, which brings you closer to a game over. Unless you get a 1-up. There we go. Not gonna fall this time. Right, now normally you could just get on that and ride the rag to the end, but if you jump down, you can get another red ruby. Now the only way to get these rubies is to be running and slide down that pole and then jump as soon as you hit that arrow enemy at the bottom. Alright. And now we're at the last level in stage 1. This one is just completely straightforward. Just a bunch of iron canisters and enemies. here we have our first boss. And he's completely easy. Just wait for him to slash and he jump on his head. And then you rinse and repeat it 4 times. Come here. And throw a nap at him to make him slap his rapid slash early. And after we beat him, we meet up with the princess and run off. And at the end of each stage you get a password to see the next one, and it counts how many red rubies in that stage you collected. And between each stage you get a quick test. Not test, I mean text. That bridges the story events between the next 2 stages. But I'm sure it's what anyone watching this LP has already seen the movie, so I'm not really going to go through it all, because you know it already. And this is our second stage, the Cave of Wonders. Now you don't want to touch these spikes, otherwise you will lose a heart. Luckily, unlike other Capcom games like Mega Man, you don't get an instant kill as soon as you touch a spike. Now this one has a lot more platforming elements to it. And we got that thing again. And here, enemies can actually be killed by apples. Now that right there is probably, that I just got for swinging, is probably the single hardest red ruby to get. Because you only got one chance to do it. Fuck it up, and you'll never, and you have to die to get another chance. In most of my playthroughs of the game, I do not get it. But luckily I was able to get it this time. So here's some swords that we can just run by so they won't hurt us. And at the end of this level, we meet the magic carpet. It's time for the next bonus game. And what shall we get this time? We might even hit the genie head. Let's just hope it's not enough. Of course it's not a credit, like I'm gonna need those. Oh well. It's not like it hurt anything. And every single time you get either the genie head or a credit, it has that triumphant music sound to it. Oh shit, I just got hit. Oh no, I've been pretty reckless playing this time. I've lost a lot of my hearts. Usually I can get here at full health. Well, luckily there's a bread. Almost got hit again. Ah yes, I should mention that if you fall below the water, you just fall to your doom and you lose a life. But luckily, these early stages are quite generous with the large amount of 1-ups that we get. Alright, only way to get past this part is to duck down so you don't get hit by the spikes and get knocked back. And now we've reached the last section of the stage already. Yeah, those tumbling balls will hurt you if you get hit by them. Every other place you just fall to your doom if you go through the hole, but in this one, you can go down for a little secret area that has a red ruby and a big ruby. Now we can climb all the way back up to reach the end of the stage. We found the magic lamp! And of course, the stupid monkey has to grab the jewel. And everything turns red. And I've already reached the end of the second stage. With all the red rubies so far. Yep, now the cave is killing itself from the inside out. And this here is our first auto-scrolling level. Just have to... You cannot go backwards at all. You have to keep moving forward. But if you keep going too far to the right faster than it's going forward, obviously you'll run into an obstacle and take damage, maybe and fall to your doom. So try to stay more centered to the screen most of the time. That way, no unfortunate mishaps will come to you in these cases. Or at least in this one. See, those fireballs that keep popping up do hurt you. Luckily we got a piece of bread to fix that damage. And here comes our next bonus icon. And we already picked it up. Oh, now the stage is getting tricky. But we got lots of red rubies. Only way to get that red jewel is to either bounce off this rock or be sent up by getting hit. And now these platforms will not come back after they rise up and come back down. And next, got the last red ruby, as well as the last part of the stage. As you can tell, the background is still moving forward even though the stage stopped. I think that's pretty neat. Here's our second genie space. And what do we get this time? Hope it's a heart. 2 up. Oh, a genie. That's awesome. That means all our hearts get restored. Plus we get one new one. Now, already we're only 3 hearts away from maximum health. That's awesome. Alright, in this stage, you touch anything once and it's an instant kill. Even those rock formations on the bottom that look like they're in the background will kill you. And that's what kept me from beating this game for a long time when I was a kid, because I never knew that part in the bottom was deadly. So I would always get killed and not know what killed me. And when I figured out that was it, this place became extremely easy. And this is the very end of stage 3. And once again we got all the red rubies. And now we get to go inside the lamp with our genie friend.